What's up? Just gonna check this out here. Hang on. Want to make sure it's right. Here we are. Okay, cool. Well, hola, mis amigos. It's another night stream, night dive into the brain. Jetthro here. I'm trying to challenge. 100 days of this. I just reached 100 days of Duolingo practice. It was like 100 and I'm at like 112 now days. 112 day streak. Hang on one second. And last night, day one, it occurred to me like I'm not journaling, I'm not documenting, I'm not doing this, I'm not getting into my brain the way that I have wanted to. So, got to challenge myself. I got to push myself. Got to get, push myself a little outside of my comfort zone, get a little scared, get a little uncomfortable, and try something that pushes me. And so 100 days of doing this, really ingrain it into a habit. I think it's going to be real nice. I don't know. We'll see. I'm already kind of hating myself that, tonight I just didn't want to do it. I'm still technically working, so this is going to be real quick. Once a week I have to work a really late shift, and I still have about an hour left in my shift, but wanted to get this in before I got too mentally tired, mentally complacent. So here we are. I want to shift real quickly, have a moment of gratitude. Last night in the stream I had like this moment of like I mean you could go watch it if you want, I don't know, but basically it was like I realized I just don't talk to myself very nicely, and so I want to start tumbleweed or snowball of that, to just try and just talk to myself nicer. What happened to the music here? What did I do? Did I turn it down? Oh, there it is. I didn't mean to turn it all the way off. Yeah, I just want to talk nicer to myself. So, in piggybacking off yesterday, I am grateful to my resolve and just my constant desire to improve myself and just be a better person for other people, of course, but for myself. And just try and get, I'm just really, it just feels good to be and to strive for the best person, to strive for being the best person I can be. And, I'm just really grateful that is my inner burning like desire, or like my purpose, or whatever it is. I'm glad that it's that and not something like malicious, or something that I have to like. I'm just glad it's not something terrible. And I'm I guess grateful that it's not something terrible. What's happening to the music here? I didn't do that. Seems to be just like shutting itself off. Huh. Whatever. Doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, I want to shift one more time into like my mantra type thing that I'm watching the volume just like slowly creep down. It's weird. Whatever. It's a technical glitch thing anyway. It doesn't matter. Yeah, just, a mantra that I have, man. I just, again, watch some of the previous ones if you want, but the one yesterday, I mean, it's just, the things I'm trying to do are really difficult. And honestly, it's just the consistency of it. Anything you try to do, and anything you want to get out of life, like I want to learn a language, I want to play some music, and I want to run more and just be more physically fit, and just healthy. All of that, if you're not consistent, if you're not like disciplined and like doing it every single day, it's just not gonna happen. And I feel like that's with everything now that I'm looking back at my life. It's everything. Like, if you're not consistent, if you're not learning something every single day, it's just gone. Like, you're just not gonna do it. And so, I'm just realizing more and more that it's really fucking hard. It is hard to be consistent. It is tough. So just saying that and getting it out into the world helps my mind. It helps like pull that out, so I'm not just like sitting in that stew of like, oh, this fucking sucks, like this. Like, I know it sucks. Like, I know it's fucking hard. But just saying it pulls it out of my brain so that I don't have to think about it anymore. I'm going to quickly now, if you made it this far, I'm going to quickly just talk about my day real fast. And then kind of call it a night. But it, again, the journaling, the habit I'm trying to build, and the consistency of journaling. I read somewhere that, like, some of the happiest people on the planet do some form of journaling every night, either like writing it out or I view this now as some form of journaling, and so I'm trying it out, but yeah, so in my day, man, I'm trying to run this marathon, right? And I've had like a nag, my ankle, it's been hurt in the past a lot, and I've not done a lot to like strengthen it or like rehab it. And so when I started running, that reared its ugly head and was like, hey, I'm here, you got to deal with me. So I'm like, fuck, okay, got to deal with it. And now that my ankle it feels pretty good. Honestly, I don't feel there's like nothing there really. And now that that's solved, I'm getting a shin splint on my opposite leg. And I'm pretty sure I've never had shin splints, but I'm pretty sure it is one. And God, I just want to get out and run. I just want to get out there, but I don't want to like do it and make it worse. It's a weird balance. It's a weird thing. And just trying to sort through that. But I mean, so I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Virginia, and it's rained here. Like, I swear to God, it's been like 15 days in a row. It's rained every single day, and my lawn it's fucking long, just like pure grass, and thick, and just awful. And so I mowed it, and the grass here is different than the grass that I'm used to, which is in Utah. Like when you mow it, you have to catch all the clippings in a bag. All the mowers have like a bag attached to them, and you have to catch the clippings and throw them away. But you don't have to do that. At least, I don't know. Maybe they do. But like the yard I have, you don't have to do that. Normally, you just like mow it over, and it's fine. It's kind of cool. But today, I had a ton of extra clippings that I had to rake. I had to rake up because there's no bags on these mowers, so I had to rake them up and then mow it again. And I say all of that to say, it took an hour and a half of, pretty decently intense. It was mowing a lawn. I was sweaty. It was hot. It sucked. But my shin, I don't know. It didn't hurt, but it didn't feel good. So, I'm like, man, I just don't know how long I have to, like, I don't know. I'm stretching it. I'm massaging it. I'm doing all this shit for it. But, I don't know. I just want to get out and run. But, again, I don't want to make it worse. So, yeah, I don't know. That was, the basic version, or the basic thing of my day. What else did I do? We're trying a new thing with my daughter. She's 2, and we're just starting to skip her nap. We tried it out today, because she naps from like 1 to 3 most days, but then she won't go to sleep until like 9, and we try putting her in bed about 7:30, and it's just a pain in the ass for like an hour and a half, just struggling, and it's making us exhausted. It's exhausting us. So we tried it today where we skipped her nap, and man, she went to bed at 7. It's fucking beautiful. And I guess as part of a dive into my brain, like, it's so many like little things that add up throughout the day that, especially as a parent, that can really exhaust you by the end of the day. And if you're trying to do something, like I'm trying to run and get this marathon done in a pretty decent time, and I'm trying to learn Spanish too, and I'm trying to play music. Just play music more, but like it's like little things like that add up throughout the day that make doing the things you want to do really hard. Like yeah, we had from 1 to 3 most days. We had where we could like rest and recharge too, but then we were fighting it all night. And I think this is going to be really good. Like, we're going to, it's going to be kind of tough from that 1 to 3. It's going to be an adjustment, but it's going to be so much better if she does start sleeping at 7. It's going to be so much better for her. It's going to be so much better for us to be able to do more of those things, because it's become a chore. It's become a chore, and it's taking up a lot of time and energy to have to like go back in there when she's screaming and try to calm her down, and it's just a whole fucking thing. And if we can get rid of that, so it's a big stress relief off of our shoulders. And for me personally, I feel like it'll open up even a few more things, more time, more energy to be able to do more of those things that I want to do. But even still, as part of my dive, I'm trying to keep in line with a thought here, and the thought is like, no matter the things that you're doing throughout the day and how exhausted you are, at least for me, like, you have to still find a way. Like, for this, like, I have a whole new setup right now. Because we're trying the napping thing, I had to bring one of my desks out into our main room so that we can essentially work and watch our daughter at the same time during her nap time. What was her nap time? 1 to 3. One of us has to be out working in the main room so that we can kind of watch her. So I don't have my normal setup, and I did not want to do this right now. Day 2. I'm so glad that I set up a challenge for myself because I'm here doing this now. But even when you're exhausted, what I'm trying to say, even when you're exhausted, even when you have to reset up your computer, and even when you're still working and you have to do all this kind of stuff just to keep yourself on track, just to keep yourself motivated and moving forward with the things you're wanting to do, you got to figure it out. You got to do it. This is more for me than anyone else. I just got to keep going. Ty, my buddy, and Ty, you probably will see this, but he told me this metaphor for some of the professional athletes in training, probably football players, when they're running, they'll have a resistance band around them that holds them back, but they're still pushing fully as hard as they can, but they have this resistance band around them that will hold them back. And when they are not on the resistance band, they're fucking flying, right? And he had this metaphor of when you're doing the shit you're wanting to do, but there's all this resistance around you, when you're still doing everything that you want to do, but you're dealing with nags, or you're dealing with sick kids and family, and you're dealing with exhaustion and fatigue and all this stuff, but you're still doing it anyway. When that resistance band is off, you're gonna go fucking flying, right? And so that image and that kind of mentality is still resonating with me. He told me that 2 weeks ago, or even longer. I don't really know, but it still is resonating with me. And so that's where I feel like I'm at. I feel like I'm in this really for the last 6 weeks, some version of either intense resistance or just light resistance, but I just don't feel like I've hit a point where I'm at my full potential, or even 90% potential, really. And so I don't know. I feel like, again, going back to some kind of theme for this one, consistency, building a habit and just sticking to it is the hardest thing, but doing it is, it's going to be the most rewarding for sure. So I'm going to call this one. Thanks for hanging out. If you're doing it live, or if you're seeing it in the future, let me see. Just much appreciation to you guys. Much appreciated. Much love to you guys. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. So, peace.